What's up, YouTube? Back with another one. We finna do another episode of Roku Reaction Z for to watch some little stuff going on. First, we gotta do a little shop. Right now, we at Walmart getting some items and stuff as you can see. Then I'm gonna go home and continue my video. Got my wife with me. My fiance, we finna get married. But yeah. Wah, wah. Oh, phone.
And I do need to raise it too.
Now we on our way to the her house.
They get the Mark Anthony Grow Long Leave-In Conditioner, the small one. I'm getting this. Guys, they got the Argan Oil Mini Leave-In Spray for $3. And this one, Mark Anthony Grow Long Leave-In Conditioner for $4. This section is just cute.
And this is why we can't just come when we need to come for.
Look at this guy.
Cause she already picking up the little stuff.
This is cute.
Finally made it to the checkout. Well, as you can see, y'all, we on our way out the door. And we on our way to go to Target. Because my little goddess wanna go to Target.
Until I get the hang of it. But now when I get wasteless hair, yeah, it is gonna be different. A couple days actually.
What's up, YouTube? Back with another one. Today we doing another reaction to TikTok. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, like, share, subscribe, and you know Roku Reaction Z, how I get down. But we're gonna be traveling and just going through TikTok things that I like, CIA type stuff, conspiracy. That's the type stuff that I like, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to see what's going on and like the truth. Feel me? Let's get right into it. Shout out to Marlo, shout out to Marlo, shout out to Marlo. And I made it beat and shit,
Recently
Listen to this man.
was, and I put this in writing to the Pentagon in 2012 when I told this. Okay?
2012.
One thing she told me was, when you see Iran and Israel exchanging missiles, and I saw it, the way she tells me is a vision of, I see it like a living picture screen. I could see the rockets flying. Then all of a sudden, orbs appeared out of the ocean everywhere.
This is crazy.
And I told the government, that's it. If this happens, the orb's going to appear and wake people up and stop it. That's what she told me.
April 2026.
Yeah.
And okay, you know you've put yourself in it there, Chris. It's okay. It's going to be Chris Bledsoe says April 2026 is when it all happens.
But I can tell you this, and I told this to the government about 2026. I just repeated what she told me. They immediately put remote viewers on. And all of a sudden, all the remote viewers are saying, oh my God, 2026, 2027, something is going to happen.
This man said when he told the government put remote viewers on him.
Okay. And it's already going down. It can happen. It's already going down, man. It's already. I do know one thing for sure. The truth is out.
Would be thinking everybody just be lying and bullshitting on this fucking app, but I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit, you heard me? I got abducted by some aliens 4 years ago. You heard me? Now I know y'all probably sitting there like, oh, this nigga just talking. No, I'm about to tell y'all some real shit, you heard me? And this ain't no game. This ain't no, I'm trying to get no clout or go up off this shit or nothing. I just want the people who willing to listen, you heard me? So check it out. Motherfucker, I was going to sleep that whole week. Every night I go to sleep, I'm having the most extreme dreams, you heard me? The first dream I had, mind you, I went dreaming for like a year or two before this. The first dream I had, I seen myself walking into a lobby. And I was like, you know, what the fuck that look like me? I follow myself or whatsoever, boom, boom, boom. As soon as I sat in front of myself, we both recognized that, okay, we the same person. At that moment, I got sucked off into the air, like up.
Did y'all see it?
I know folks be thinking everybody just be lying and bullshit. Moment, I got sucked off into the air, like upward. And this word that I seen, which is where we stay, it was almost like a clock, and it was surrounded by other clocks. You understand me? Like, no bullshit. Or I say like orbs, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? But I couldn't breathe. You heard me? Next thing you know, I got dropped down. When I got dropped down, I was inside of a woman in the kitchen, and the kids ran up to me. They were like, Mama, can we go outside? And I looked at them, and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, y'all can go outside. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? Because I know who the fuck I am right now, you heard me? So I go in the living room area, and I was walking around, and I started touching on my body. I had breasts. As soon as I
heard my daughter crying. She must got in trouble with Big Mama.
started panicking, I got sucked up again. You heard me? Now listen, no bullshit. I got sucked up again, then I got dropped down again. When I got dropped down again, I was a little kid. I was a little bitty kid in my room, like playing with my shit, you heard me? Then I just looked around and I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing here? I get up, I go out my room. As I go out my room, I see my dad, whoever the fuck my dad as a kid, you heard me? As that kid. As soon as I go to try to tell him, I get pulled up again. So I get pulled up again, right? I'm like, okay, please stop dropping me down and shit. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I get dropped down again. But I'm an old ass man in a hospital bed. I can hear the beat. I can feel, like I can literally like humanize this shit, you heard me? So check it out. I end up waking up from that dream in the panic, sweating. I'm like, hold on, son. I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't tell nobody. Cause it was weird to me, you know what I'm saying? Especially being a woman. You heard me? So I was like, oh, fuck no. What was that about? So the next night I go to sleep. All right? The next night I go to sleep is me, my mama, and my sister. We going into a house. While I'm in the house, I go into the back room, which looked like my grandma's old room, right? I look in the mirror, I have no reflection. So I say, okay, fuck. What the fuck going on? I go in the kitchen, I ask my mom, I say, Mom, what time it is? It was almost like she looped the repeat, the same shit. So I looked at her, I was like, Mom. She was like, yeah, go ahead and get them bags out. And I was like, Mom, what time it is? And then like she reset it and she was like, go ahead and get them bags out of So
Oh yeah.
I said, hold on, like what the fuck? My mom ain't even like, you know what I'm saying? She too woke. So I'm like, man, this ain't my mom. So I was like, the fuck, who is this lady? And she kept saying it like it was like a repeat, right? So I said, okay, something going on. Mind you, this is my first time being in full. Check it out. I want y'all, this a build up to let y'all know what the fuck happened. So I walked out of the door, you heard me? And I'm looking we walked in this house, but as I look out, when I walk out the house, it was different balls of light, like 7 balls of light, right? In this little neighborhood, but each ball of light was projecting a reality. No bullshit. I'm telling y'all this shit for y'all know people ain't going crazy and this shit is real. So it's like, I'm looking at one, it's like snow, mountains, a fucking buffalo. I'm like, man, what the fuck? The next one is like some whole country town shit with buku grass and shit, you heard me? So I'm like, oh man, what the fuck going on around here? As I'm looking at the different projectors giving off the different lights and shit, some of my mind was like, shit, just walk into one of them bitches. So I get off the porch and I walk into that bitch. Why the fuck that bitch pulled me right back into the house while I'm standing there asking my mama what time it is, right? No bullshit. So I went into a panic like I'm in a loop. I said, hold on, something going on. So it made me think to myself, maybe it's a projector that's projecting this onto mine, you know what I'm saying? My mind to make me stay in my little thing and they know that I'm aware, right? Okay, cool. I wake up again. When I wake up this time, same shit. I'm sweating, I'm panicking, I can't breathe type shit. So I'm like, oh man, I'm probably finna go to the mental hospital, you heard me? This is 3 nights back to back. If I'm lying or flying, y'all like bullshit you not, you heard me? So I started praying on it. I was like, listen, God, listen to me, man, listen. I don't know what I'm going through, man, but I'm afraid to go to sleep because something weird is going on in that realm, you know what I'm saying? Okay, check it out. This is where the adoption shit came into, right? You ain't gotta believe me, you ain't even gotta believe me, but I ain't got no reason to fucking lie to y'all. So listen here. That night, I prayed. It was raining. And I told you I was scared to go to sleep, so it's raining, and I'm laying on the couch, and it's thundering, wind, water in the window. I'm not even sleeping because I'm forcing myself to stay up, you heard me? Why the fuck, all of a sudden, I just go to sleep? Like, no bullshit, like, not try to, I'm talking about, I remember trying to stay up. I remember, like, not trying to go to sleep. All of a sudden, I'm in that realm, I'm in the dream realm. But I'm sitting on the couch, and everything is white. When I tell you the TV white, the nightstand white, the walls white, the floor white, the couch white, the garments I got on my body was white. So I get up and I walk down the hallway. It was like the place where I was at was creating itself as I was walking through. My grandma was in the kitchen. She had on white. Everything was white. This is my grandma that passed away. So I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, I'm like, you feel me? Like, what the fuck? Oh my grandma, I ain't seen her so long. I could feel my love in my heart. You know what I'm saying? But I went sad. Like, it was almost like I understood everything without understanding it. So as I walk out from with her, I see my other grandma. She alive. And then I walk down into the den area. It was like a dining area. All my family in there. My uncle in there. He talking. My uncle standing there talking, which is very, very significant because my uncle, he like spiritual. He very spiritual. He very like, whoa, right? So he talking and everybody laughing and stuff. And I can see kids I ain't never seen before. I see my little cousins and stuff. So I'm like, hold on, man, who house this is? Now, as I walk out, my auntie walking past me, and I was like, auntie, who house this is? Mine, all of us got on white, everything white, now. She say, it's your house. So I'm like, man, hold on. So where the front door at? Cause I want to go outside. Everything white in here. So I'm like, man, what's going on? As I approached back to the living room area I was at, it was way bigger, mind you, than it was the first time. A door appeared. The door wasn't there. The door appeared, you heard me? I walked to the door, and I opened the door, you heard me? When I opened the door, it was a gray, staticky void right there. So I stood there for a minute, and I was like, forget it. I'm finna just walk through. I walked through the void. I bullshit y'all not. When I walked through that void, that gray, staticky void, like how the TVs be, I was laying on a table. I was laying on a table, and it was like 6 beings standing around me. No bullshit. They had electrical, like blonde light hair. I can't explain the color of it. And their eyes was piercing blue. Blue is the closest color, because these colors they had, it wasn't like the colors I see on the planet, you hear me? So I'm looking at them. Their face was built differently. Like I could tell this was a man, and I could tell that was a woman, but like they not like men and women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Their skin was like a glow. They was basically like electricity. So I'm looking at them, and I couldn't move my body. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is y'all doing to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck going on? Literally, they having a conversation in a different language, and I can hear it in my mind. They not even talking. They telepathically communicating. As I'm laying there, I look down like where my feet was at. My body, I'm telling y'all, my feet were the same color as these people. So I'm looking down, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I see like the female version of them, and she's communicating with me, and I know for sure she was calming my spirit down, like, stay calm. So I'm like, okay, just relax. Like, whatever they doing, they not trying to hurt me. Listen, when I woke up, I've been examining my body. I'm very aware. I ain't never had this mole on my hand ever in my life. When I woke up, I've been having this on my hand since then. You don't gotta believe this shit. I'm telling y'all, and I can go more deep in detail, but this the truth. I know folks be thinking everybody just be lying and bullshitting on this fucking app, but I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit.
And I had some shit like that. I believe him, bro. I ain't see no beings. I seen they had on all white, and I couldn't see their face. They were like, if you don't believe that I'm God, and it's like I got sent back here. But there was some shit going on with the planet. It's like all the lights in Walmart went off. The whole planet shut down, like there were no lights, and everybody was running. It was ships in the sky. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but it was like it was what I'm trying to tell y'all is I believe him because as you can see, I got that motherfucker too. Yeah, I had a dream and shit. Man. So my dream, I ain't see what he seen. I seen shit like it was beams around me, but they weren't light. They weren't like electricity and nothing like that. It was a beam they had on all white, and the face was like the sun. That was bright, and it was speaking to me because I was like, "Oh shit, aliens!" And he said, "It said, we not aliens. I'm not an alien. I'm God. And if you don't believe," and I got sent back to when I was just laying in the room. But yeah, all the lights on the planet went off. It was a blackout, and it was ships in the sky, and a whole lot of people was running. And I remember it was an all black cheetah, jaguar, whatever them called. They're my kids in the background. They were chasing me, and it's like their mouth was like electricity. They was chasing me and shit. And then I seen the big ship. I seen a big ship in the sky, like real big, bigger than all the other ships. Like it covered the whole sky. And I was like, oh shit! And I ran into a shed, and then I blacked out, and I woke up on the table, and I seen him. They was circling around me and shit. And then there was one with a bright face. I couldn't, like his face was too bright. I couldn't really see. But yeah, got the same shit. Next video.
No such thing as males at all. The male is nothing but a masculine expression of the feminine. That triple blackness of space up there she's the triple blackness of space that sets in the constellation of Draco. And in your Quran it tells you that Am means God and Lot means L-O-T, the side of T means the triple blackness of space, the mother. It's the mother and Allah means the mother and the child combined. Softness is a Greek word for the mother and the child combined. Typhon, which means triple blackness of space, a apid, a newt, and soot. Typhon means mother and child combined. And soot is the child. He has a mother. It even goes even further than that. There's no such thing as male, period. Let me go into this stuff. She's the triple blackness of space, so black that she has to express herself. So she cuts herself open with a netta axe, the number 7, which is a netta axe, and she reveals herself with light. That first light is that first child, Sut, or Sirius, Sut, Yahweh, Adonai, and Takshidi, all that which means the manifestation of God from the mother. That's only the expression of the great mother as that first star. Because inside of that star is the black mother, is the black dot that takes it back to the great mother. To let you know that, it's like when you were born out of triple blackness of space, and that the first thing you're born is that melanin, that black dot is in the womb, and is born out of triple blackness of space. But you know doggone well if there was such thing as male and female, how come it's only the last 6 months until that doggone girl turns into a doggone boy? Think about it. It's a female. In the last 6 months, whether it's going to remain female or whether the clitoris becomes an elongated penis. And that's how you get the male. There's no such thing as dualism, masculine and feminine. There's only feminine, and the masculine is the masculine or the aggressive part of the feminine. It's all about the great mother. The triple blackness of space. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, the matriarch is coming back. You know what I'm saying? They took out the great mama out the bow. They took out really all women on some sweet shit. You feel me? But the great mother is returning. Yeah, I be learning about that, but I ain't know all that. But I'm still not with that sweet shit. You feel me? But it's true with the black woman God, man. Like I realized that shit too. Like they the truth is out. Me in the time of Aquarius, like nothing ain't no lies no more. You either wake up or you don't, man. But next video, damn, let's keep it going. I'm talking about next video.
That's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that Allah created himself out of the feminine womb of the universe. Well, if he created himself out of the feminine womb of the universe, then what does that mean? That means there had to be something there before him. In the beginning, there was triple blackness of space. There was darkness, then the light came. But that darkness is something because you are the living manifestation of that triple blackness of space. That's what you are. Now let's get into one other thing. There's no such thing as males at all.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that though. I feel like that's how I really feel. I feel like the women, you know what I'm saying, they very spiritual, can get real deeper than us, man, when it comes to the spiritual facts about this stuff. And I believe how in these animes, these women be having spiritual gifts and knowing when villain coming to the earth or anything like that. I believe women really use. I just believe we really enforcers and builders, and we protect the women. That's when our power. You feel me? Like we got spiritual power, but to do that, you know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, Russia be saying mother Russia, do it for mother Russia, nigga. No, and it's time to wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to wake up, bro. Time to wake up, bro. It is what it is, bro. You feel me? Time to wake the women up, wake them up, man. Like, cause they the ones really been through that shit. Rape, forced to breastfeed babies that ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? Still getting raped to the point that they used to being slutted out now. Like, it's a lot of shit, and our protection for them done been out of whack. But it's coming back now. I know I protect my wife and my daughters. Cause now I know how important I am as a man to protect, but I also know how important she is, cause she brings life. You feel me? But next video.
Iran reject the United States offer to negotiate. Watch this.
Would like to make it clear to the entire world that the United States remains available for formal talks with Iran, but only if Tehran is prepared for direct.
I'm gonna make this last video, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and I hope I ain't offend nobody, you feel me? Because I know about your house too, brother. I know about him, but I also know more things, you feel me? There's more books, but we ain't gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we here to chill, and I'm just watching the video, so I hope nobody don't really get offended. But yeah.
And meaningful dialogue, direct and meaningful. We're not going to negotiate in public, of course, not here. We have been clear, however, about certain expectations for any arrangement. Foremost, there can be no enrichment inside of Iran, and that remains our principle. I've worked for President Trump in 2 administrations now, and I can tell you, in both administrations, President Trump extended the hand of diplomacy to Iran. But instead of taking that hand of diplomacy, you continue to put your hand in the fire. Step away from the fire, sir, and take President Trump's hand of diplomacy. It's extended to you.
Any fair and meaningful negotiation, but insisting on zero enrichment policy, it is contrary to our rights as a member of the NPT, and it means that they are not pursuing the fair negotiation. They want to dictate their predetermined intention on Iran. Iran will not bow down to any pressure and intimidation, and we are not going to blackmail to the body in international field.
Iran said, how many times do we got to tell y'all cannot pressure or intimidate us to give up our enrichment policy? He looked up from them glasses like, look here, bitch. Now we done told y'all motherfuckers, we not giving up our enrichment policy. I don't know how many times.
Man, look, let me tell y'all something though. A little short story time, if you got the time, bro. I had a dream that in a dream, I just remember me and my girl, we broke up. We had broke up, and she, you know what I'm saying? We had broke up or something. And I remember I went on my cousin house, and I was like, damn, I ain't tripping that she moved on. Just tripping about, damn, you let me know something. Then I remember because we ended up downtown, but it wasn't Chattanooga though. I don't know where it was at. It was a big downtown. It didn't look like where I'm from. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. But I remember I was talking to Aaron, and like it was a big ass plane, and it had a bomb, and on the bomb it had the Iran sign on it, bro. On everything. It ain't funny, it's kind of scary, but it had the Iran sign on that motherfucker, bro. And it was a big ass whale. It looked like a whale, like a wishing well, water wishing well. And I remember I seen it flying, and I told Aaron, I told my cousin. I said, "Oh shit, it's a bomb." And it's like the plane heard me and it turned around and dropped the bomb in the well. And I remember I was running. I was like, bro, I gotta go as fast as I can, cause as soon as I hit the ground, it's over with. And I was like, bro, I'm finna die. Boom, like that. That's what made this dream so scary, cause the sound was so loud. But it's a dream, but it sounded so real, bro. I woke up, my chest was. But anyway, the bomb went off, and I don't know. I just remember the flames on the ground. It didn't hit me though, but I seen the explosion. It didn't hit me though. I remember it was. I just remember that shit exploded, and then I ended up. I don't know if it was Alaska somewhere, it was some snow, but I could still see in the distance of the United States. And I remember they was killing people, killing the rest of the people who lived from the bomb. I put this on everything. I had that dream, bro. Like it's like they was coming after the bomb dropped. It's like they were coming, and it was people still alive, fucked up, and they were slaughtering their ass. And I remember they were taking. They took. It was some people getting. So I don't know. Like, it be some crazy shit going on, bro. Like, shit that's going on. I already had these dreams, fool. Like, I had another dream. I had a dream that Trump. I ain't racist or nothing, but I had a dream Trump was called. He had called all the black people. He called all of us in one place, and I remember it was like some big ass ships. We had to get on the motherfuckers on everything I love. And I remember I was telling my girl, I said, hell no, I don't trust Trump. As soon as I tried to go home, it was a storm. We couldn't even go home. We had to get on the ship. And I remember I tried, because now, after that, I was like, nah, let's go on the bridge. Let's go on the bridge. I tried to go on the bridge. And the bridge, like, the storm was so bad, it broke off the bridge. So we ain't had no choice but to get on the ship. I don't remember what happened. I just remember being on my way to go to the ship. I remember I was thinking, man, this better not be a trap. I better keep my guard up. I just remember thinking that. But, yeah.
We gotta tell y'all, it's not happening. Now, if you want to have some fair negotiations and talk about some real shit, then holla at me. Otherwise, stop bringing up negotiations. You ain't gonna dictate what the fuck we gonna do and call it a negotiation. You ain't gonna.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna leave it at that. And another thing is, bro, y'all gotta understand. I ain't dissing the United States, but you gotta understand, bro, all this evil that been going on. Like, for y'all who, you know what I'm saying, y'all, like, you got these people say they believe in the Bible, but they don't understand. Like, the Bible says you gonna go according to your works. You got these Jeffrey Epstein style bullshit going on. You got all the slaughter they did took over the land. You got people still going missing. You got then you hearing about these people using humans as meat. Like, you got all this evil and corrupt going on in the United States, and y'all, you gotta understand, like, you gotta cash that shit in, and the shit gonna come back, and you gotta be ready. All this evil that was going on, wickedness, it gotta go. It got to go. You feel me? Like, the evil motherfuckers who did this shit, they gotta go. And it's point blank. And how God gonna do it? He gonna give somebody else the power, cause he run the whole world. You feel me? He just let y'all run the show, and it's time up. You feel me? This world finna be no more, and it's finna be a new world. But it ain't finna be what y'all think. Like, telling you, bro. But I ain't gonna even talk. You know what I'm saying? If y'all wanna hear, sometimes we talk about shit. We can talk about shit. You know, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Ciao.
Don't stress out, honey, get through flight. Don't burn out, shout out to my lady. She stay down, and I don't do a fuck when they saying now. Ain't got a small pop, cause I rejected by my. That shit really hurt me. She beside that shit.